Let's just check in on the stocks making the biggest moves in the pre-market, shall we? Oh, Hasbro, Oatly, Advanced Micro Devices, and more. Hasbro, the toy maker stock, slid by 5.2% in the pre-market following a double downgrade to underperform from buy at Bank of America. If you're wondering what half those words mean, so am I. The move comes after both have conducted what is called a deep dive on Hasbro's Magic the Gathering. That means the Bank of America looked into the product of Magic the Gathering, the trading card game business at Hasbro. The Bank of America said Hasbro has been overprinting cards and destroying the long-term value of the business. The Bank of motherfucking America said that Wizards of the Coast have been overprinting Magic cards. This is not what I thought I would read today, but that's where we're at. Fuck me. This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, so if you're still looking to pick up some sealed product or singles, use the code Kenobi at checkout, get 5% off your order and support the show. I'm still a bit sick. I've got a video with Facecam coming out later today, but I'm going to have this on screen for the majority of the video. This is the 6-month average of share price. As we can see, there is a trend downwards with some peaks and some troughs and all that. If you did not know, Hasbro's primary breadwinner, if we look at I say primary, one of its primary breadwinners is Magic the Gathering, made by a little company called Wizards of the Coast. 15% of its revenue is created by selling cardboard to people, something often referred to as cardboard crack. It's addictive, it's Moorish. The game's actually pretty good when it's good. Hell, I'd say it's excellent. I'd say it's the best game ever made when it's at its best. But recently, the stock price has been taking a hit, and recently there's been a lot of criticism and flack, especially around things like $1,000 for 4 packs of collectible trading cards, which is expensive even by Wizard standards. Hell, it's expensive by any standards. It makes every other product on the market in the collectible trading card game sphere look cheap. This is the grossest, most greedy product we've ever seen. And this led to a lot of people being pissed off and upset. And at the same time as this all happening, we saw a drop, a dip in share price. Meanwhile, Aaron Forsyth on Twitter asking, what happened to Standard? Where did it go? Who killed it?
Standard.
Standard. All the while, Project Booster Fund has been pushing people to basically get cards out of their boosters that aren't really worth anything anymore. There are a few chase variants of cards that are worth something, but there's so many fucking printings of cards that a lot of the stuff is just bulk. Beyond that, there's 15 different variants of everything. People selling singles don't know how to fucking catalog this shit because there's like 10 variants of every fucking card. And there are reports that stock is kind of rotting on shelves. People are still buying Magic, but they're printing so much of the fucking stuff that there's a lot of inventory doesn't get sold and it just sits around. And we see this with the fire sales on Amazon and reports from distributors and game stores where they can't get rid of all the stock. It all paints quite a negative picture, and the stock price reflects that. Over on investing.com, you can get a bit more of an insight on the Bank of America's deep dive, where it says, we've spoken with several players, collectors, distributors, and local game stores and have become aware of a growing frustration. The primary concern is that Hasbro has been overproducing Magic cards, which has propped up Hasbro's recent results, but is destroying the long-term value of the brand. Furthermore, they say, players can't keep up and are increasingly switching to the Commander format, which allows older cards to be used. The increased supply has crashed secondary market prices, which has caused distributors, collectors, and local game stores to lose money on Magic. As a result, we expect they'll order less product in future releases. Fucking hell, Hasbro. Fucking hell, Wizards. What are you doing? You have the de facto, the premium, the oldest, the most illustrious, the game in the trading card sphere with the most legacy, and you are burning the fucking field right now to sell people a lot of collectibles with issues with long-term sustainability. One of the headlines or recent talks that I haven't done a video on yet is the falling price of reserve list cards. Not your alpha and your betas, but like your revised stuff. There is a mumbling, although you're not seeing it reflect on websites yet, that the price of these cards is going down, the buy list price of these cards is going down, because people are offloading them with the new collector limited fucking shit that Wizards have put out. People have lost faith in the reserve list of all things because they aren't doing away with it. They're just printing it in extremely expensive packs. It is just the weirdest fucking decisions you've ever seen. This has created a panic among collectors, and we're seeing collections being liquidated now that scarcity value of Magic is in question. I believe in accessibility, and I believe in reprinting staples into the ground so they're available, but having chase variants of cards and collectible versions of cards is a way to make the game still desirable to have packs cracked and opened. I've talked about the platonic ideal, the perfect Magic card being something where you can buy it for like $1 or $2 for the staple, and the collectible version, the WMCQ promo of Thalia, for example, or the red neon Hidetsugu being extremely expensive versions of those cards. Instead, we have 1,000 variants of every single card, making it difficult for collectors and sellers to actually even process the fucking stock. On top of that, the actual number of product releases has increased astronomically, exponentially almost. We had a month last month where we had the Warhammer 40k decks release, Infinity release, and then Dominaria reunited a couple of weeks later. Like 3 huge releases, preview seasons overlapping. Like, I was incredibly hyped for at least 2 of those products, and I couldn't keep up, and it's my fucking job to keep up. I feel burnt out all the time, and I'm invested in this as a content creator. I can't imagine what it's like when you actually are a hobbyist who might have a second hobby. Maybe you play golf or Warhammer or some shit, and if you just get tired of the constant bombardment of nonsense from Wizards, you're gonna fuck off somewhere else. I and many have said that there's an over-bombardment of product, both product releases and the general complexity of what's in those products. Sometimes you won't know what cards are in the main set or commander, you won't know what a variant is called, you open shit you didn't know could be in the packs. All of these things seem like very small issues, but they compound. If you add them all together, it makes Magic a very confusing thing. And the more confusing you add, the less likely people are to stay invested, to stay enfranchised. You just get desensitized to it all. You get burnt out and you give up. And the funny thing about all of this is that we've been saying this for ages. People like myself, people like the Prof, people just on Twitter and Reddit, YouTube comment sections, and we're constantly told by members of the Wizards of the Coast team and staff that we are the vocal minority and the silent majority. These ghostly apparitions of kitchen table players all don't care about this stuff, and we're just making a mountain out of a molehill, until the Bank of America starts to interview people and talk to people and realize there is a genuine issue with consumer confidence, and suddenly you have fucked up. You have really fucked up. Wizards of the Coast were never going to react to anything but a punch in the bottom line, a hole in their pocket, a damage to their wallet, a reducing revenue basically, or something that will hurt the shareholders. And now we are seeing it. Now we are seeing the Bank of motherfucking America point out that there is an issue. There is a problem with how the business is performing. Bank of America analysts are also growing increasingly cautious of Hasbro's consumer product segment and a negative read-through from both retailers and peers. People don't want product 24/7 when they haven't even bought the previous lot. And people don't want 1,001 variants of things so they can't list them on eBay or sell them because only one version of those 1,000 variants is worth anything. It is a delicate balancing act, but it's a balancing act that Wizards have got right in the past. That's why they are where they are. That's why the brand is where it is. That's why Magic is where it is. But they have fucked it up so much recently. The £1,000 for 4 booster packs of unplayable, non-dominant legal bollocks is the final straw for many people. It has made the game into a fucking laughing stock where you've got fucking crypto bros on social media trying to rationalize this shit and defend this shit. It's fucking bollocks. So I am laughing. I am fucking laughing. Like today's graph, it doesn't really paint the whole picture, but it makes me laugh. Like, this is funny. During the recording of this video, in the last 4 minutes, the stock price has gone up a little bit. So that it looks less dramatic now when you look at it like this. Anyway, I wanted to share that information. I could not believe it. I was taking a dump. I played some Marvel Snap. I stopped for a moment. I flicked onto Twitter. Prof tweeted about this. I googled it, and fucking woomph. The Bank of America is saying that Wizards have dropped the ball. Wow. I mean, we've been saying this for a while, but this really fucking solidifies it, and I hope it makes them take stock of what they're doing. Already, we've seen that Arena tomorrow releases much better bang for your buck when you buy packs. You can have a golden meter that gives you more rares. And I do say in my video that's coming out later today, why now? Well, now we know. Now we fucking know. Thanks for watching. I've been Vince. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.